Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Oilersnation After Dark. Connor Halley with you here, recapping an Oilers 5-2 victory over the Toronto Maple Leafs. Should be a fun one on the show tonight. We're going to be joined by BaggedMilk. Jay will be by as well. And, of course, we'll have our producer, Aaron Bordato, joining us. Thank you for tuning in. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. Facebook as well. Tell a friend. We appreciate that as well. Retweeting, shares, things of that nature. Make sure you do that. And we'll have a lot of fun on tonight's edition of the show. Wins are great. Wins against the Toronto Maple Leafs are even better. The Edmonton Oilers came out. They looked good. They carried over their great play from Monday night against the Boston Bruins against this Toronto Maple Leafs team and did their thing, and now they'll look to continue that as the schedule is going to get a little bit tougher here in the next couple of weeks. Of course, we will get to the good, the bad, the oily in a couple of minutes here. Before that, though, a quick rundown of exactly what happened in the game tonight, and I'm sure you all saw it. It was a lot of fun tonight down at Rogers Place. Connor McDavid on the power play, his 51st goal of the season. That got things going. If you were on Betway, I took a look today. They had their Betway boost, Connor McDavid first goal. Had you put some money down on that, you could have made a lot of money. It seems like it's common sense at this point just to take Connor McDavid in every game to get the opening goal. 1-0, his 51st of the season. Like I said, Draisaitl and Nuge with the assist there. David Kampf would get the equalizer. Made it 1-1. We're going to talk about that goal because Cody Ceci just kind of gave up on the play, perhaps thought it was offside, but we know you got to play to the whistle. After that, though, the captain did it again. 52 on the season. Klim Kostin and Zach Hyman with the helpers. Zach Hyman would get a goal against his former team, his 29th of the season. That made it 3-1 for the Oilers heading into the second period, in which Kailer Yamamoto would get his 6th goal of the season. We talked about Kailer Yamamoto on Monday night. He was getting a lot of negative flack for his game. People were kind of going after him. I tried to be optimistic, tried to channel my inner Rusty and say at least he's getting opportunities. Well, he got a goal tonight. He did eventually leave the game, and that's going to be a concern. We'll talk about that later on in the show as well. Klim Kostin would get his 10th goal of the season, and then late in the third period, not late, early, Mitchell Marner would score his 21st goal of this season. He's a great player. He's gonna put up his points. He had 2 tonight, but for the Edmonton Oilers, everything you wanted to see in that one. With this, they now move up to 74 points on the season. They leapfrog the Seattle Kraken for 3rd place in the Pacific Division at 74 points, trailing the Vegas Golden Knights and the LA Kings, who are tied at 76 points. The Vegas Golden Knights in action as we speak. Just looking at the scoreboard, scoreless right now in the first period between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Vegas Golden Knights. So we'll talk about that as it goes on as well. Connor McDavid now up to 118 points on the season, 3-point night. Leon Draisaitl had an assist that bumps his total up to 90. Nuge, unbelievable game. We'll talk a little bit more about him later on in the show as well. He had the assist, and he's up to 73. And now Zach Hyman with 2 points against his former team, up to 71 points. Great game for the Oilers. Stuart Skinner, 26 saves on the night, letting in 2 goals. We will get to the good, the bad, the oily in a second here. Again, if you're on YouTube, we see you. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Make sure you hit that like button. Facebook as well. Let's get to it. Let's get to the good, the bad, the oily, brought to you by Cornerstone Insurance. The good, the bad, the oily. Cornerstone Insurance, Edmonton's premier boutique insurance brokerage with over 90 years of success and still growing. Visit cornerstoneins.ca/nation to get an online tenant or condo insurance quote in just a few minutes and use the discount code NATION for an exclusive rate. Find out why Cornerstone Insurance Brokers is ranked amongst the best in Alberta on Twitter at CornerstoneINS and Instagram at CornerstoneYEG. With that, we do bring in good friend of the show, BaggedMilk, to run through these things. Looks like he's sitting on his Chesterfield, nice suit, sipping some Courvoisier, perhaps, BaggedMilk.
Glass of red, as always, Connor. You know, it's the red wine lifestyle. Big win tonight over the Maple Leafs. It's just a night to celebrate. You take one of these, you enjoy it. They made us move the game time in our home arena to satisfy the national audience. And then what happened? We stomped them on national TV. I was happy to see it. Now I got a glass of red wine, Connor, and it's a great night to be an Oilers fan.
It's that red wine lifestyle that I just wouldn't understand. I'm not quite there yet. All right, let's get to the good. And the good tonight for the Edmonton Oilers, Ekholm's debut. And I mean, we talked about it a lot on Monday night. Everybody wanted that trade to happen. It finally does. It cost the Oilers a first, Reed Schaefer and Tyson Barrie. But Matthias Ekholm comes to the team, gets to Edmonton around, I think I heard 11 a.m. And what does he do tonight? He has 1 assist. He has +2, 2 shots, 3 hits, 2 blocks, playing 20 minutes, 50 seconds, 30 minutes on the power play, 2.5 minutes on the PK, and looked good doing so. I had a really nice outlet pass there to Leon Draisaitl, who set up a great opportunity for Zach Hyman. I mean, it's one game, but BaggedMilk looked pretty good.
I thought he was steady. He was big. He was just strong on the puck. He knew when to jump in. I thought for a guy who got in, like you said, at 11 a.m.?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Looked steady. Like he didn't even have a chance to practice. So I didn't really know what to expect from Matthias Ekholm, but he was great. He was solid. His underlying numbers were good. He was strong in front of the net. All of a sudden, the Oilers are big on the back end. There was a point when he was out on the ice with Desharnais, and I was like, look at these two hulking human beings. So I liked him. I liked it. It was a nice debut for Ekholm.
100%. And it's going to be really interesting to see the impact that he has on the young Blue Liners, on this Oilers team. Obviously, I mean, he's played with Roman Josi. He's played with some really good players. What he can tell these guys off the ice, on the bench, I feel like that's going to go a long way as well. But nice start to Ekholm's reign with the Edmonton Oilers. Of course, with the good comes the bad. And, for this one, I feel like I'm picking on the guy a little bit, but, Cody Ceci at times, as of late, has made some questionable decisions out there, throwing some pizzas all around the ice. And today, at a point where it was kind of crucial, it was only 1-0 Oilers at the time. You said it best. I'm sort of stealing, what you said, but it looked like his controller died. Like he just kind of gave up on the play, probably thought it was offside, which it was close, but you still got to play to the whistle.
Listen, Connor, I wanted to chime in here and Satan checking in. I told Cody Ceci that he should start thinking about Skittles. Not only are they delicious, but they give you a nice little boost of sugar right when you need it in the middle of a period. And listen, Cody Ceci took my advice to heart. He did exactly what I told him to do, and he thought about the Skittles. Look, he forgot to do his job. He thought he was somewhere else. He was imagining the flavors dancing around in his mouth. But you gotta play the puck, Cody. And I'm sorry for playing a little sneaky one on you, but, pal, you gotta focus on the task at hand. You gotta play until the whistle.
Didn't think that was coming, but the Prince of Darkness. I mean that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool, Satan.
Well, I pulled a little sneaky one on you too, Connor. I was telling Connor that I was telling producer Aaron before the show that Satan might make an appearance on the post-game show. All of a sudden, I found out that I had a little bit of an opportunity for some spotlight here. Jay was going to be a little bit late. Jay's always late. He's running on Jay time. So when he shows up to the post-game show late, there's a little bit of a room for Satan to check in and talk about the Oilers. Besides, you were talking about Cody Ceci's mistake along the boards. He didn't play until the whistle. I told him to do it. I told him to play, to think about the Skittles. He was thinking about the Skittles the entire time. Connor, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I really hijacked the bad segment here on your show, and I apologize for that too. But it's not very often that I get a chance to speak about my very favorite hockey club.
Well, you know what? I guess, anytime you want to show up here, happy to have it. You threw me off. You surprised me a little bit, and focus less on the Skittles for Cody Ceci, more on the play. Let's get to the Oily. How about the Oily?
Are you talking about Nuge? Is it my time to shine now? Listen.
No.
I did not expect Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to get in a fight tonight. I just didn't. He hasn't gotten in a scrap in a little while. Now it's been a minute. I can't even remember the last one he got into. But then all of a sudden, Justin Holl hits Yamamoto. Without hesitation, my dude jumps in and completely dusts him. He just lights him up. Fists of fury. Uppercut to the mush and down goes Holl. That was embarrassing for Holl. He laid out the hit. Nuge came out and took out the trash. Connor, I loved it.
Yeah, me too. You know what? I mean, we'll talk about Kyle Yamamoto because it was a scary little scene there. He did not look too happy when he got up and left the bench there. But Nugent Hopkins, I tweeted it. He's a 5-tool player right now. He's scoring goals. He's setting plays up. He's on the back check. He's on the power play. He can do PK, and now he's just adding the muscle to his resume. And that was absolutely outstanding. I was like, he looks like a pissed off father that's handling his business because you took out his little guy there, and that was 100% great to see. I love it. I love it. And Nuge has done this all year. Like this is why they kept Nuge, right? Keep Nuge forever. I know that's kind of the saying you have there, and it's just awesome to see. The guys on the bench love to see that sort of thing. Good to see guys step up for their teammates. Thought it was a clean hit, but still like to see Ryan Nugent-Hopkins step in there and flex the muscle when he has to.
I love seeing when the Oilers defend each other. It's the way they have to be. It has to be everybody in the pile. Whenever there's something that breaks out, everybody in the pile. And today, Nuge was the first man up. He stepped up and he defended his teammate. Now, the thing that you brought up, though, is Kyler Yamamoto going to be okay? Because he looked rough after that. And he's battled some issues here lately. And that'd be some really tough luck for him. But as for Nuge, I love to see it. As long as the hands are okay post-scrap, I love it. I love it. You're right. The boys get fired up. I'm fired up. The building's fired up. You could hear the Nuge chants during the fight. Come on. It was great.
Okay, we're going to bring Jay in a second here as well. One thing I want to get here, because this is just, I don't know. In BaggedMilk, you can tell me I'm wrong here. On Facebook, Dell says, Ceci did give up on the play, but had Darnell Nurse actually taken the body, no goal. Are we just going to find every single goal that happens when Darnell Nurse is on the ice and try to find a way to blame him? I mean, Kampf comes in from the point. Darnell Nurse, does kind of he's on the ice, but how do we take this away from Cody Ceci on this play?
Yeah, that's a stretch. We can't blame Darnell Nurse for everything. Cody Ceci had the puck, an opportunity to make any kind of play, but he just kind of I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
He stood there. It was like he was expecting the whistle and it just didn't come.
It's almost like if Darnell Nurse is on the ice and there's a goal, we're going to try to find a way to blame him. I got to put my foot down eventually. Jay joining us here. Jay, good evening. How you doing? What do you think? Are we going to blame Darnell Nurse for that one? Or could we just say Cody Ceci probably shouldn't have stopped?
Well, first of all, it's nice to hear the devil chime in. It's always good when you can hear Satan's take on the game, especially when we're playing the Leafs. It's like a classic case of just like your controller turning off. Like what? Like he just like stopped and like what was he waiting for? It was just an absolute blunder. Sure, you can reach and you could probably blame Nuge or someone else that was on the ice, but it really all boiled down to Ceci. So, I was getting a little concerned when something like that happens right after Connor scores that goal, but this game, the Oilers weren't letting it go off the rails, so that was kind of good to see and have them kind of back check for Ceci. I can go on a long rant because I've been sitting in the waiting room, but I'll kind of follow the protocol here.
Oh, no. What do you want to go on the rant about? The floor is yours, and we've got Satan back here.
I was just happy to get a little bit of acknowledgement, I told Cody Ceci that the Skittles were going to be on his mind at that specific point in time. Listen, there's so many flavors. You could get the purple bag. You could get the blue bag. You could get the red bag. And you get distracted. You can see how a person gets distracted by a thing like that. So Cody Ceci is ultimately to blame, but here I take my share of it too. And I just wanted to say thank you to Jay for a little bit of acknowledgement. No one ever talks about the nice things that Satan does for people.
BaggedMilk's having too much fun with that roadcaster, but God love him.
Matthias Ekholm, what did you think of his play tonight?
The Ekholm effect. Well, I thought he was fine, but it's the impact he immediately had on his defensemen around him. Like he's given the Keith vibes to Bouch, so I think this is an opportunity. He's going to set Bouch up for success, which what we need because Barry's gone. I feel he's taking the pressure off Nurse a bit. Nurse was flying around like he was looking like bubble Nurse, and that's all we really want. So it's amazing that this impact, that this kind of the pressure he takes off the people around him. And I'm
100%. A little clicky, but we can
hear
deal
me
with clicky.
today.
Oh yeah, you're coming through loud and clear. A little clicky, but fine by me. And that's exactly it. When I know people had questions about Matthias Ekholm when the deal was made, a lot of positivity, but some naysayers. But just that trickle down effect, maybe giving guys a little bit more confidence. Maybe guys playing lower down in the lineup, and then with Tyson Barrie being moved out, it gave Evan Bouchard the opportunity to quarterback that power play one. They did get the first goal on the power play, and after that, not too much success. But Evan Bouchard looked like maybe a little more success, jumped up into the play a couple times, did score the goal that was disallowed because Connor McDavid, the bully, simply existing, running people over. But what did you guys make of Evan Bouchard and his play tonight?
I thought he was better. Like he didn't. There wasn't any home run mistakes. He was getting pucks on net. He was, contributing to the play. I thought he was great. Like, I know what my brand is to hate on Bouch, but Bouch is an Oiler, so I'll always support an Oiler. And now he's in a circumstance now with Ekholm that he can succeed, and we need that. So I hope we're not done adding to the blue line. He's now going to be in the right role. He's going to get some PP time. So we're going to, he had a bullshit goal called back. And that was a great shot by him in a good position. So, that's a lot of positive about Bush in that game.
I like Bouchard's game. But the thing is, he has to bring his game up. He has to elevate now that Tyson Barrie's gone, because it's Ken Holland said it in the intermission. It's Bouchard's time to get the minutes. It's Bouchard's time to kind of step into that role and show that he can handle the power play and that it's not going to suffer with Tyson Barrie gone. So it's important for Bouchard to have these games. By the way, that goal, the interference call on Connor, come on. What are we doing? That's a goal. So I like seeing Bouchard get that goal. I wish it would have counted. The guy needs some luck, but the Oilers are going to need him to step up. They're going to need him to step up to this challenge because he's got a big one ahead of him. Can't hide behind he can't hide behind Tyson Barrie anymore. So it's his job to lose, I suppose.
Yeah, 100%. Like we said, the power play 1 for 3. I mean, when it's McDavid, Draisaitl, Nuge, Hyman, throw in Kane there for the net front presence. I mean, maybe not the biggest thing, but Tyson Barrie did so many good things on that power play 1. Evan Bouchard, there's probably going to be a bit of a drop-off, but he's going to have to adapt quickly because they're going to need that. We know how effective it is and how important their power play can be to the team's success. Jay, we talked about it a little bit. Nugent Hopkins getting in there, chucking the knuckles. What did you think of him jumping into the defense of Kyler Yamamoto?
That's classic Nuge. Nuge isn't afraid of the fight. And BaggedMilk, to answer your question, his last fight was he kickstarted the BOA brawl night after Turtle Fest.
Sean Monahan.
He set the tone. He got the lid of the building popped off by going off of Monahan because he fed into the energy and, is a good team player. So he saw that hit on Yamamoto. He took offense, went after Hole, is a bigger guy, and then just fed him an uppercut. And, man, what can't the Nuge do? You're right, Connor. He's a 5-tool player. Like, he's a teammate. Like, he's just like, he is an Oiler, and I loved it. I was so pumped.
I think we're going to get to the fight here. Oh, yeah, here we go. Let's just all sit back and enjoy it.
Look at him. The uppercut right to the mush. Hole had no answer for him. Chucking him. My boy was just dialed into that fight. I love to see it.
Oh, he's got the fire, man. Don't piss off the Nuge, man, because you're gonna eat a punch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Full disclosure, I was like, no, don't, no, and then yeah, go. Like it. At first, I thought maybe don't do this, but as Quincy Rabbit says here on Facebook, Nuge is a Swiss Army knife. How about Kyler Yamamoto? I think we do have to talk about that because he's missed double-digit games twice this year consecutively and scored the goal tonight, which is great to see, but left the bench. Maybe we have to assume upper body injury, to use the NHL's terms for it. But do you guys think that can be a concern? And does Ken Holland now potentially have to look at a top 6 right winger if Kyler Yamamoto is going to go down?
Was that not concussion protocol? Because TD Force pulled him off the bench and he was like upset that he got pulled off the bench.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like,
that's
do
what
we
I think.
actually know the severity of it? Like, it was a good shot. Doesn't matter if you had concussions issues or not. It would have rung your bell a bit. So, like, obviously concerned given the circumstances in this season. But I'm just hoping that was just a precautionary thing, and that's what we saw. But yeah, no, he did look stunned. Like, he's just kind of like trying to like get his bearings right, but like he didn't look like lost or anything. So, I pray for the best. But if it is, I'm just gonna say it. If it is a bit of a concussion, take your time coming back. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. Don't rush it. You got your goal. Feel good. Just take your time.
Come back, maybe like game 1 of the playoffs. Is that what you're thinking?
Like,
How dare you?
Like, if it
How
works
dare
out
you?
that way, like, that's fine. Like don't rush, man. It's been
BaggedMilk, you don't like that?
Oh, I mean, like I'm with it. If you can make a deal to cut, but all of a sudden we're pretty light on the right side if that happens. So Ken Halley would have to take a swing on something.
Radish.
There's guys out there. There's guys out there for the grabs. I mean, I consider it. I hope he's okay. And Jay, I think that's a good point, buddy. That could have just been concussion protocol. High hit, the way he went down, probably grabbed his head. I think those are kind of the things that the spotters look for. So if that's the case, he's going to be taken off, and the game is over. I mean, you probably just stay in the dressing room, get a quick shower, and be ready to move on after that one. Bassam says Nuge's jersey needs to be up in the rafters. Well, I mean, lifetime Oiler. I heard that discussion on 1260, and I know they have the Hall of Fame policy, but that would be an interesting one.
If he goes coast to coast, they got to consider it at least. Come on.
He'd be like he'd be the only Oiler to play his whole career as an Oiler.
And let's be honest, he's played in front of more sold out shows than Garth Brooks ever did. Garth's only got 9. He's got a banner up in the roof. Nuge's been there 12 years, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. Garth has a Nuge poster up in his bedroom.
That's right.
Can confirm that. Yeah, exactly. You guys looking just Stuart Skinner between the pipes tonight. Obviously, big win, got the goal support that it doesn't seem like he gets very often. Usually when he's out there, the Oilers find 2-3 goals, but tonight they score 5. What did you make of Stuart Skinner's play, BaggedMilk?
I was actually interested to see. I was like wondering if Woody was going to try and go with the Campbell grudge game, but I'm glad he didn't, because 1, Stuart Skinner deserved the start, and then 2, Stu came up big again, 26 saves and a .929. It's hard to argue against him getting the net right now, especially when the Oilers need wins. And Stu was great all night. He wasn't as busy as his counterpart, but he still got plenty of shots. There's still plenty of solid chances, and he gave the Oilers the goaltending they needed to win. So A+ for Stu. Big night.
Back-to-back with the Jets Friday, Saturday. Jay, would you go with Stu on Friday, or do you think they go with him on Saturday?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably I'd go, because there's I'd almost go Skinner on the home game to try to get the W and put Campbell on the road game. But Winnipeg's been sliding too, so no. But I think you still ride Skinner at home.
No, it's funny too.
Keep him feeling loose, like keep him in a rhythm now.
So the Oilers with 74 points now, only 2 points up on the Jets. So if the Oilers do slide into that wild card spot, I mean, this could potentially be a very big swing in the standings. So yeah, I go with Stuart Skinner at home, try to get that win. Then on Saturday, it's in Winnipeg. Then you've got the Sabres in Buffalo, the Bruins on next Thursday, and then next Saturday, the Maple Leafs. Should be a fun one. Jay, you're going to be at that game for the Nation Vacation.
People are just asking what I'm drinking.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a Twisted
And yes,
Tea.
Will Squires, I smoked it. I got the juice tonight. I'm horrific on my own everyday bets right now, so this is a big comeback today for me.
Okay, 2 things then. For AMA Travel, Nation Vacation, that's going to be an awesome time when these 2 teams meet again. Hopefully the Oilers bring it like they did tonight. Check it out. Nation Vacation brought to you by AMA Travel. And your bets there? Sorry, you did well tonight with Betway?
Oh, yeah. Someone in the comment section was asking me if I hit the juice. So I did, because we won and Connor got 2 points. But I also made a bet with my friend in Toronto who's going to be at the game with us on the AMA Travel Nation trip. and we bet a beer at the game. So I just won a $25 beer as well, which is going to be very juicy and delicious.
BaggedMilk, you throw any money down on Betway?
Yeah, you know what? I had a good night. I had a decent night. Let me run through some of the stuff that I did today from Betway.
The portfolio.
Yeah, I did. I'm laying down a retirement plan here. So total power play goals over 1.5. That's just my go-to lately. I love that bet for the Oilers, and that one cashed for me tonight. I had Leon Draisaitl and Austin Matthews both to score a power play point, which also hit for me. That was at 4, Jay. Is that the correct decimal pronunciation? At 4?
Yeah, we're 4-1.
Well, there you go. I hit that one. And then I had Connor to score as well as getting an assist. That's a quick double up on your money there. So I had a great night.
Hit that too. Damn it. He's running away with it.
Our friends at Betway.
Yeah, I saw that the McDavid first goal scorer was boosted today. So like that
was
that
it?
would have been
I didn't
yeah.
see it. I would have hit
There's
it.
the Betway boost. I was like, this is unbelievable. Everyone should be hitting that one.
I wish I knew. That would have been juicy.
Yeah, you got to watch out for those ones. They provide you with a great opportunity to win. 19 plus, do so responsibly. Going into the old YouTube chat here, we got Patrick saying play Skinner in both. I don't know if they're going to do that. Double them up
one of those.
With the travel, it'd be so tough.
Well, that's a 14-hour bus ride. Like, we got to think about the guy's legs. They'll be sitting there. Who knows what kind of movies they've been watching. That's a long bus ride. Campbell's going to get Saturday.
100%. They'll switch it up there. QF Pro 21, I bet the exact score, 5-2. Why did you not tell the rest of us? We all could have cashed in on that one with you. That has to be good odds. Someone here. We talked about potential players that the Oilers could add, and I threw out the right wing position. Someone says Sam Bennett. If I'm the Florida Panthers, there's no way I'm selling. It's a tight race, but I feel like they got the confidence. But Max Domi was thrown out there. That's a name I absolutely love. I think you put him in an atmosphere like Edmonton in the playoffs, and he would just thrive.
If Liam is watching this right now, he is really pumped you're talking about Max Domi, because he's been pushing Max Domi as an option for the Oilers on the wing for months now, it seems like. Basically since time started. Since Max Domi was drafted, Liam's been wanting him. So it's really interesting to see what the Oilers do. They don't have a lot of cap space. Ken said money in, money out, but you might have to get creative.
LTIR.
Well, you could LTIR, perhaps. You could do a little shenanigans, perhaps. But we've got 2 days. It's time to get to work. Ekholm's nice. I thought he had a solid debut, but what else you got? What have you done for me lately? The Oilers are light on the right side. I'd like another defenseman, so make it so.
You got any names that come to mind for you?
No, I'm always bad at this stuff. This is where I need Tyler Yaremchuk to just kind of throw out names.
You need some right shot defensemen. So like anyone that's cheap. So on the forward position, I would go Tyler Bertuzzi over Max Domi first if you could make that work. And then on defense, you don't have much money left, so you're probably looking at TVR from the Caps to be your like depth right shot.
Yeah, Nick Jensen was a name people wanted from the Caps. So obviously, he got the deal.
And he got hurt tonight. He signed.
Did he?
He signed. He stayed with Washington, and he got hurt tonight.
Jeez. Crazy how things work out. Will says, I had Oilers in regulation, McDavid to score first, and Draisaitl to have over 1.5 points at plus 1,800. Never got the second Draisaitl point. You would have thought that was a lock tonight, scoring 5 goals, and Draisaitl only has 1 point. Yeah, that's got to be a little bit disappointing, Will. Tough to hear that one. Geez, 173 people watching us live on YouTube right now. So if you're in there, make sure you hit that like button. I mean, there's no reason we shouldn't get to at least 97 likes tonight on YouTube. We'll set the bar at 97 for Connor McDavid. And you know what? I think maybe you know what? Let's see where we're at right now. I don't know if you guys have the live count, but I mean, if we can get over 66, maybe Satan would return. I don't know. It's not quite the number, but it's close.
You want to talk to Satan again, Connor? No problem. Satan's here to help you out the rest of the show. If things are slowing down, you just gotta bring Satan in, and Satan will steer the ship back in the right direction. What do you want to know, Connor? Do you want to know more about the power play? Rocks. That's my fault. Somebody sold their soul in management. I'm not going to say who it was, but they made a little deal. They were like, hey, Satan, what if you do us a solid and you give the Oilers the best power play in the history of the National Hockey League? All it'll take is your soul.
Can you tell us who it was?
You know who it was. You both know who it was. Everybody knows who it was. I'll never tell. That's not what Satan does. Satan's no snitch.
That was a great investment by BaggedMilk. That really adds something to the show. Satan dropping by. Well, let's.
Not any credit. That guy gets enough credit for the things he does. Satan doesn't get any credit for the good ideas that powered him to get here in the first place. He is. What are you laughing at? Listen, it's my fault that he bought this Roadcaster. It's a sound investment. There's good things that you can do with it, and all of a sudden Satan's got a spot on the show. Now I'm here to save the show, and look at what you've made me do. You made me get the chat all going, and I forgot what I was talking about. Satan's a little distracted. I'm trying to read some things on the side of the screen.
Was BaggedMilk's soul part of the Ekholm deal?
BaggedMilk sold his soul long before the Ekholm deal. Have you seen the guy? He gets ID'd everywhere he goes. He still looks like he's 13 years old despite pushing 40. Are you fucking kidding me? The guy sold his soul at least 15 years ago. Ekholm, that's nice. He had nothing to do with that. Again, stop trying to give him credit for absolutely nothing. He does nothing. Zero, Connor, zero. If you want the star of the show, it's Satan.
Jay, thoughts?
Well, hey, man, Satan's he's a strong dude. It's got some weight, so.
The Dark Lord knows all, Jay.
What do? Do I do this? Devil horns?
Well, I do also love a little bit of metal, but sometimes an adult contemporary, it depends. I might be having a nice red wine in the tub, put on a little Kenny G and vibe for a minute. So Satan's got depth. Oh,
Check out that one, Satan. That's a 2008 someone gave me. I'm told I'm supposed to save it for something real special.
Satan loves 2008.
It's a good year.
I don't even know where to go from this one. Yeah, I mean,
Most of my wine collection is the blood of the innocent, Connor.
right on par for you, Satan. That makes a lot of sense.
In the basement at Satan Manor, just jars and jars of blood.
Jay, we'll get away from Satan. Satan, you're welcome back at any times here, and we'll talk to BaggedMilk about this too. But the people want more talk of Matthias Ekholm and what he brought to the lineup. I don't know. I mean, when you think about what this guy maxes out at, and can he be the guy to take a little pressure off Darnell Nurse potentially going forward here? Can he chip in offensively? What would the impact? I actually was talking to Jason Strudwick about this because I was a little unsure. He mentioned potentially helps out Philip Broberg, just being a fellow Swede, a guy who Broberg can potentially look up to. I mean, going forward, does the age, does the length of the contract worry you at all, or is that doesn't matter because he's here now and he's going to help you in games?
I used to get so caught up if someone's north of 30. And then you look at like a Brandon Tanev or an Alex Edler that like from 32 and on, like just had really good careers. And this is a guy that has a really good skill set. Speed was never part of this guy's game. It's just strong defensively, heads up hockey, can make a pass, is tough, can shut down guys. Like he's just a really smart defenseman. And having him come in, we're already seeing the impact. Bouchard had a better game. Daryl showed, bubble Daryl. And you're right, that Swedish connection, like that's the type of like that's a defenseman you look up to when you're developing your game. So to have him in the room and bring that, and apparently he's a funny dude. So like, there's going to be he brings those kind of elements, because like the dressing room is a very sensitive place, and you lost Barry, which everyone loved, and I kept talking about it all game how much he was loved. So you're like, oh no, what's the rift? But you replace it with a good dude who plays hockey the right way, and that'll have an impact. And you're already seeing like he's like 3 players around him played a completely different version of themselves tonight for the better. So like that, it's a big like rooted impact. Like it's more than just when he is on the ice himself. It's just like the effects, the shockwave he creates around him with his teammates. So I've been preaching on Twitter at first it was Carlson. I know I've moved around a bit, but like Ekholm was always someone, if we could get, I was down for. And, to see him as an Oiler is still kind of surreal, but just like, no, I didn't really understand the impact he would have. My case is going to be good when he's on the ice. No, it's a lot deeper than that. So real early returns to beat the Leafs tonight. That, they're still figuring out their roster mix or whatever, but they have got a lot of firepower. And clearly goaltending is an issue. And we exposed that tonight, but we suppressed them and kept them from not generating too much. So, it just that kind of also goes back to Ekholm. So I don't know, huge fan of the trade. So like, what are like the last like 1 or 2 pieces we do to add just a little bit, in a couple areas where we're weak to really push us over the edge?
Yeah, and I mean, I like what you sorry, BaggedMilk, but just quickly, you like what you said there. I mean, we got to give credit. The Leafs are a very good team. They're a good offensive hockey team. And, the impact that he had can't be understated in this game. And we'll see how it goes against the other teams. But yeah, very good against the Leafs. BaggedMilk, thoughts on just the impact that Ekholm had in game 1?
Yeah, I think the most amazing thing is that he came in and played a steady, ready hockey game despite not having a practice. He traveled from Nashville. He showed up to the rink with his Predators bag. He was just thrown to the Wolves there and played over 20 minutes in his first game with the Oilers, and he was swallowing up pucks. He's a huge dude. His wingspan basically goes coast to coast on the board, so he's going to calm things down a lot in the defensive zone. He made some smart plays. Like, for a lot of people talking about Tyson Barrie's ability to move the puck, which he's got, he can do that. Mattias Ekholm was making some nice plays out there with the puck as well. He was no slouch on that side of it either. And I think that he's going to be a really nice benefit once he settles in, once he gets comfortable with the Oilers. He's a meaner guy. All of a sudden, the Oilers are got a little bit more sandpaper, a little bit more grit on the back end. In the playoffs, you need that. I actually thought Toronto looked soft tonight. They weren't getting anything done on the cycle. The Oilers all of a sudden have got some big D-men out there that were able to kind of clear the trash out. I love the Ekholm addition, and it was going to cost you. But, man, he makes the team better today, and that's what I care about. Like, it sucks to give up Reed Schaefer, but he wasn't going to help the Oilers for 3-4 years. So Ekholm helps today. The picks are beans. Who knows what goes on with those? I know that I've got a big bearded Swede that played tonight, and he looked damn good doing it.
Sean in Calgary says Hull kind of looks like Liam in that pick.
Yeah, a little bit.
Liam
would have a panic banana in that one.
Yeah, big time. Taking a fist of fury from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Lance says keep Nuge forever. A lot of Nuge love coming in here. Just looking at kind of the balance for the Oilers along the blue line tonight. Really nice to see Ekholm playing just under 21 minutes. Darnell Nurse, typical 25 minutes. Kulak was just 12:44. Vinny Desharnais, 14:54. Ceci, 17:55. And Philip Broberg, the low man there, at 8:05. As we typically do here, we'll bring in our producer, the guy who keeps everything on track, Aaron Bordato, and we'll make our predictions for the upcoming game. Aaron, great work tonight. Kicking ass, keeping us on track here, and it's tough when you have Satan that just shows in every once in a while. So thank you for all that you do here.
Satan doesn't follow the rules.
No, but I feel like Aaron's doing a good job keeping it all on track.
Satan can do what he wants. It's his show. He takes over when he wants. BM can come in and out, but BM, I did join you on the red wine lifestyle choice because after a night like tonight, there's not much that you can't be happy about. That was a fantastic game. I took Oilers money line. I took Oilers over. I even bet Jay Rosehill, co-host of Leafs Morning Take, a little beer bet. Loser has to buy a round of beers at our birthday party. So I'm up on that. It's a great night. I'm very happy. Vibes are high.
Gee, it's just class on Oilers Nation After Dark here. Okay, this is what we'll do here as we wrap up the show. Of course, the Oilers take on the Winnipeg Jets on Friday. It's a 7 o'clock start. We'll be back here as soon as the game ends, as we usually do. I'm not too sure who we'll have, Aaron, but we'll have 2 members. Get the panel trend going here on Oilers Nation After Dark. Okay, Jay, we'll start with you. Let's get 1 Betway prediction and 1 score prediction.
I'm going to go Oilers puck line. And the Jets. It all depends how Hellebuyck's going to play. 4-1 Oilers. But I got to pause. Aaron shouted out the 15th birthday. 15th birthday, March 18th at the Pint. Check out nationgear.ca. Raising money for free play for kids. Come and join us. It's going to be a blast.
I'm sure everyone's going to feel fresh on Sunday morning after the Oilers Nation birthday party at the Pint.
Well, think about this. It's on March 18th. St. Patty's on March 17th. So March 17th is the party. Our party is the rehab to the party, which is still a party. Sunday is just live on your couch.
That's the game plan.
Hopefully there's some golf on.
Oh, yeah. That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect.
Good hangover golf on a Sunday.
BaggedMilk, what do you got? Betway and score predictions.
The dude is unstoppable right now. Everything he touches is gold. I'm going to say Connor McDavid over 1.5 goals against the Jets. And I'm also going to give a 4-2 win as my prediction.
Is he going to hit 70?
Yeah.
Like, is he going to do it?
He's going to get damn close. Like, there's 52. He hit 50 in February. There's still 20 games left to play. Who knows where he ends up? It's ridiculous.
But he needs 18 goals in 20 games, so under 2 per game. Or sorry, under 1 per game. Jeez,
yeah, under 1 per game.
I'm checking math there for a second. He's going for 100, guys.
52 goals on the season. Next closest, Pasternak at 42. So he's 10 up on the next closest. In the chat, let us know how many goals do you think McDavid finishes with.
He's got to hit 70. He's so due for a hat trick. He's
He's close. Okay, Aaron, Betway and score prediction here.
I mean, I kind of agree with BM. You should be betting Connor McDavid 2 goals because it's a proven track record here. He can't miss. But you know me, I'm a sucker for the over. So I'm going to go with the over, and I'm going to say something like 5-3. I see some firepower going down on Friday. And Connor, on Friday night, we are joined by Coombsy and the Banana Man himself, Liam Horban.
Friday night special.
He's never low on potassium, that man.
Nope.
Yeah. Say a lot about him.
His life.
Okay, I'm going to take Draisaitl 2 points. You know what? No, that's not enough. I'm going to go Draisaitl 3 points. Go for the big return on this one. And I'll say the Oilers get a nice 6-4 win. I'm going to say there's lots of goals coming in that game. Take the over then as well.
Fun night at Rogers if it's 6-4.
You might as well mix it in and have a good time. We got lots coming in here. I'm just going to scroll through. Leafs Nation chiming in, lucky win. Hey, they all count the same. QF Pro 72, McJesus 80, Lance says 65, Kyle 71, Tyson 69. Nice. QF Pro 82, we've got 71. A lot of people going high up. Oh, got the query.
BaggedMilk, tea time waits for no one.
Tea time waits for no man, ever. Get it in you.
Are you going to do a shot on the stream here, Jay? Or
no, not tonight. I'm just showing up. I'm standing in front of all my booze. Check that one out. Downton Abbey whiskey. Hey?
That's really nice.
A man with class.
Mm-hmm.
Be a part of the red wine lifestyle.
To pair it up with, I don't know why I have this.
We must have shown up in Tyler at the hockey tournament. That's the only reason you would have that.
Oh, that's probably why I got some random ones in my bag. This is why they're on this is like not the main bar. This is where all like the surplus crap goes.
Let's just all go through our liquor cabinets live on the air.
Well, it's because it's right here, so I kind of work it into my.
I like it.
I am turning into a bourbon guy, though. This is good bourbon right here if you're in the market for bourbon.
Looks classy. All right. Okay. Well, what do we do? We'll wrap this one up. Everyone can go their own separate ways. Raid the liquor cabinet, have a drink, enjoy the rest of your night. 9:30, so everyone's got plenty of time to do whatever they want to do. Jay, BaggedMilk, Aaron, thank you guys. A lot of fun tonight. Everyone who tuned in. Oh, Jesus.
You didn't ask me about my liquor cabinet, Connor. What I do is I hit the local parking lot and I got a hose. I ram that down your gas tank and I siphon all 50 liters down my gullet. I'm fucking powerful, man. Then I hit the streets. Crazy for donaires and blood. And then I go find it. And next thing you know, I'm back here on the stream for the Oilers postgame show. I'm all jacked up on the gas that I siphoned from your Ford Taurus. You got it at Sherwood Ford at a discount. You love the deals at Sherwood Ford, Connor. They're not even a sponsor of this podcast.
I think I did get my Jeep at Sherwood Ford, actually. So.
Well, you need gas.
The longer the bit goes on, the funnier it gets.
Satan, thank you. Thank you for doing this.
I'm happy to be here.
Again, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button. Facebook as well. Retweet this if you're watching on Twitter. Share it. Let a friend know. Join us next time, Friday night. Like I said, on behalf of Jay, Aaron, BaggedMilk, and Satan, I'm Connor Halley. This is Oilers Nation After Dark, and we will talk to you guys next time.